All right, let's go to OB right now. OB, hi, you're on Hot 97.
Hi, good morning, Lisa.
Hey, good
How are you?
morning. So now you're a healthcare worker, and you got a comment for us about this whole glove controversy.
I am. I do X-rays in the Bronx, and I'm just going to preface this by saying that I'm not like a conspiracy guy, and I'm not one that's hyper paranoid in the past. But for obvious reasons, I did take this COVID thing seriously when it came to America, and my first just gut instinct when I realized that the major transmission point was touching your respiratory areas, your nose, your eyes, your mouth. I said, well, common sense says, let me just wear gloves. And maybe it's because I have a background in healthcare, I'm just used to when I'm wearing gloves, I'm never going to touch my face because that's just muscle memory, like it feels awkward. So, just as a way to remind myself never to touch my face, and I think I've been successful to that end. I don't know, and I'm kind of an advocate for the wearing glove thing, but I don't think it's because I'm afraid of touching a dirty surface. I think it's more just to be mindful not to touch my nose and eyes and stuff.
But Craig, and also, and I agree with you. I'm an advocate for glove wearing as well, but it's about proper wearing gloves properly, right? And so when you go to work, for example, you put on a glove. Do you have the same glove on all day, or do you change it?
So what I'm doing, and I'm not advised. I mean, look, people need to protect their jobs, and I understand that we have infection control departments, and that may not. I don't want anybody to get in trouble at work. But what I've been doing is I wear gloves at all times. The second I leave the house, I'm always wearing gloves. I'm treating my first layer of gloves like my skin, like my hands. But at this point, anytime I come into contact or I'm getting ready to come into contact, I'm up to 3 pairs of gloves at this point. I'll remove my third layer of gloves the first time I make contact, and then I touch my equipment with a second layer that's completely clean. I have a whole process, But my thing, like when you said earlier, and giving examples about people in the supermarket and stuff like that, touching their gloves and now using these dirty gloves to touch other things. That's the same thing like using your bare hands to touch everything. Just
exactly. But here's the thing, Obi. The way you're doing it, you have a system that you have memorized. Like I was wearing gloves to do errands, but then I realized, okay, I had the gloves on, then I have to take them off to get, even to pull out my phone to use the Apple Pay if it's a store that accepts Apple Pay, or if I have to pull my wallet out and then get my debit card out, and then going into the car, then opening the door handle of the car, and then inside the car with the gloves, I was like going, oh, wait a minute, why don't I just take these off and sanitize my hands like I would normally do before touching the steering wheel? So it's like if you don't have a routine, I think people just keep them on because they're
correct. I think gloves,
or they don't have that many pairs.
Correct. Gloves are the best way to go, but use gloves properly.
Right.
That's what we're advocating for.
Well, just in case anybody wants to simplify this, what I feel has worked for me, and another thing that I implemented right away, I assume that everything is dirty. My car, I assume, is filthy. I'm not assuming anything around me is clean or sanitary. And even my phone, so my process is I keep my gloves on at all times, but when I step into my house, the first thing I do is I take my phone, I alcohol wipe that, then I remove my gloves, and I wash my hands and pop. You know what I'm saying? But to take off the gloves at any point and assume that any surface is clean, you'd be advised to do that as well.
All right, that's a great point. Perfect.
I agree with you.
Obi, thank you so much for the tip. I really appreciate it.